HCAM News is supported by our viewers and by Hopkinton Drug, located in this historic New England town since 1954. They are a multifaceted store dedicated to providing clients with an array of healthcare options.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's edition of HCAM News. I'm HCAM News Director Tom Nappy, here to fill you in with what's happening in Hopkinton. On today's edition of HCAM News, we have the latest Hiller sports recap. We talk with some local community organizations, plus much more. But first, the Massachusetts School Building Authority hosted a public forum to talk about the future of the Elmwood School. The Massachusetts School Building Authority hosted an Elmwood School public forum. The scope of the study included examining potential repairs, renovation, and new construction on the existing or alternative sites for a sustainably designed school for grades 2, 3, and possibly 4.
In terms of the project process and timeline, up until this point, the biggest accomplishments that we have had as a school building committee are to hire on the professionals that are going to help us through this process. So Compass Project Management, our owner's project manager, and Perkins Eastman, our architecture firm, have both introduced themselves to you here. They were selected through a pretty rigorous RFP process in partnership with the MSBA. And we're really excited about what they bring to the process. Some of you might be aware, Compass Project Management was actually the owner's project manager on the last building project that resulted in the Marathon School. So they have some real strong knowledge, not just of the process, but also of the Hopkinton community and what in particular we're looking for.
One of the topics included building the school on the current site.
This diagram shows a test fit for the Elmwood Street site. The existing building is shown in red here. The new building element here represents the program. That rectangle is the public space. It's the cafeteria, gym, media center, administrative spaces, and adjacent to those are the classroom wings. This is not a design, it's a representation that meets the programmatic requirements from a daylighting orientation and scale perspective. We have avoided the northwestern part of the site and the gas line, and what this is showing us is how tight this site will become when we layer in the constraints in the program. It also shows from a phasing standpoint that this may prove to be a challenging site that will have a significant impact on the delivery of the educational program during the construction process. To develop the repair scope, we had over 10 different engineering and design trades visit the building over several weeks in the beginning of the school year. From those visits, we created a number of narratives, reports, and drawings. This is an example of the architectural scoping drawing where we laid out space by space the deficiencies and the work required to bring the building up to code and replace outdated systems. This is what's referred to as a code or a base repair option, and it's a requirement of the feasibility study process. It is basically all the work required to bring the building up to code without addressing any program deficiency.
Alternate possibilities for the site of the school were also presented.
So move into site selection. One of the requirements of a feasibility study is to leave no stone unturned when it comes to site selection. To that end, we zoomed back out and looked at the entire community, searching for any site that was 10 acres or more that we felt could potentially support a school. We put aside ownership at this level, and we just looked to create a list of potential parcels. This map and chart show the properties highlighted. The 3 highlighted are the town-owned properties, and the schools are also highlighted, and it shows the rest of the ones that we found. In order to reduce that number under consideration, we developed a preliminary screening criteria. We were able to further narrow down the potential sites. Many were removed due to environmental concerns, wetlands, rivers, streams, ponds, and the like. And we also removed some because they were inaccessible or difficult to access from a suitable public way.
You can view the full forum on our website, hcam.tv, or on the HCAM YouTube page. Week 4 of the Hopkinton Hillers fall sports season featured some big challenges and great matchups. Here's a look at what happened. On Tuesday, September 27th, Hiller boys soccer battled Dedham in a TVL matchup. No scoring took place until the final minutes of the first half.
D. McKelly. Philo Golombiewski. Good pass over to D. McKelly. Shot! And it's in! What a good setup by Golombiewski. D. McKelly pops it in. 1-0 Hillers.
Peter D. McKelly nets a beauty, assisted by Sean Golombeski. A 1-0 Hillers lead, and it would continue into the second half, but later on it would change.
Airs it out towards the net, and that is in. Oh no, it went off the side of the net. Or hold on, what's the call here? Now it's a goal. It wasn't. Michael McDonough with the long boot. And the Dedham goalkeeper scores a goal. Unreal. What a boot that was by the captain. It's at 18:36 left to go in the first half, or second half. It makes it a 1-1 game.
Dedham ties the game up at 1 apiece with just about 18.5 minutes left, and the game would ending in a 1-1 draw. Hillers and Dedham pick up a playoff point. Hillers improve to 4-1-2. Dedham is 5-0-2. Dedham picked up the win over Hiller girls soccer 1-0. Hillers fall to 3-3-2 on the season. Hiller golf stayed perfect with a 232-277 win over Medway on Tuesday. Hillers improved to 9-0 on the season. Also that night, Hiller girls volleyball hosted Norton. Steve Sweetapple and Matt Clancy were on the call of what was a very exciting matchup.
Just need 2, Kelly. Nice knuckleball.
Great serve.
Kept alive by Norton.
Come on, girls,
Sienna.
use it.
Kelly. Graber.
Emily, another big swing.
Set point for Hopkinton.
Way to battle.
Strickland serving for the set. Floats it in. Tipped over. Graber's there. Strickland dumps it.
Goes for the dump.
And
Yes.
got it.
Got it.
That's it. Hopkinton
Heads
takes the
up
first
play.
set. 27-25. The girls are going to switch sides, and once again, Norton serving for set point. See if the Hillers can get a side out here. And there's nope. Hit the line.
Down the line.
That's
what
it.
Placement.
Norton takes the second set, 25-21. We're gonna have bonus volleyball tonight, man. Free ball, get in rotation. Outside. Oh no, they go to Sarah in the middle. It's a deep, and Vitorino's there.
Wow. Got over. Oh, I think they'll have a chance.
No.
Oh.
Nice hustle. And that's the set. I didn't even see that. Norton takes the third set, 25-18. Santangelo. Good swing. Sienna.
Nice job.
Bell
Annabelle.
saves it. Kelly gets it deep.
Whoa.
Free ball in rotation. Let's go. Kelly, back set.
Yep.
Murabito.
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
that's it. Hopkinton takes the fourth set, 25-21. Sienna, Emily bump set. Hardenbrook keeps it alive. Abby's there.
Come on.
bump set. That's it, Emily.
Oh no.
Long. That's it. Hopkinton takes the 5th set, 15-13 for a 3-2 victory. Hard-fought win over the Norton Lancers.
Hopkinton takes the back and forth battle in the 5th set, 3-2, and improves to 5-4 on the season. Norton falls to 6-3. On Wednesday, September 28th, Hopkinton Hillers Unified Basketball hosted their first game of the season. It was a great back and forth battle between both teams with some great shooting and skills on display, and the Hillers would take the 42-37 win over the Lancers. Congratulations to both teams on a game well played. Also on September 28th, Hiller Golf defeated Westwood by 1 stroke, 237-238. Hillers improved to 10-0 with the win. Westwood falls to 6-2-1 on the season. What a great battle on the golf course. On Friday, September 30th, Hiller Girls Soccer hosted Bellingham in a TVL matchup and got the scoring going early and often.
And there's a goal by Nina Zaganaitis to start things off. So Nina strikes for the Hillers with 36-21 left to go. Good start for Hopkinton, who takes the 1-0 lead here in these early minutes. Clark charging back in, shot, 2-0 Hillers. What a beauty of a shot there. Closing in, Clark out in front, shot in, 3-0 Hillers. Nina sends it up. There goes Recupero, up to Clark. Clark one-on-one with the keeper, takes a shot, and it's in. With ease, Georgina Clark already with the hat trick in this one.
Hillers took the win over Bellingham 7-1 and improved to 4 wins, 3 losses, and a tie on the season. Hopkinton Hillers football fell to 3-1 this past Friday night with a tough loss in what was a great defensive battle versus Foxborough. 14-3 was the final score. You can see the full highlights package on our YouTube page or our website, hcam.tv. We are going to take a quick time out on this edition of HCAM News. A whole lot more ahead. Don't go anywhere. HCAM programming is supported by our viewers, thank you, and by Phipps Insurance Agency, representing companies such as MapFree Insurance. Their family-owned independent agency is deeply rooted in the communities they serve and offer time-tested insurance products to fit individual needs. Since 1950, Phipps Insurance specializes in home, auto, business, condo, and renters insurance. Welcome back to HCAM News. Hopkinton Fire Chief William Miller was recently on our new weekly program, Hopkinton Weekly. Here's a look. Hopkinton Fire Chief William Miller joined HCAM's Hopkinton Weekly to talk about the new additional fire station coming to town, plus much more.
So Station 2, as everyone knows, the community provided us with $400,000, and what we're doing now is we are working on with a company, architect company, to start pricing out what we need to do. We know what we need to do, what we can do. There's some big items there. So right now Station 2 is closed as we're working with the architect to start working on, like window replacement, door replacement. We have to replace the roof, the septic system. So there's some big items that need to be replaced, but in the same token, we want to get back into there because we've realized the benefit of having that station open it really cuts our response times down for the Woodville section of Hopkinton.
Yep.
And if anybody knows that area, that's probably one of our larger landmass areas that's very difficult to get to because of the outskirts and the roads. So we are moving forward with that, and future growth is we have to decide, do we do an addition off to the side? Do we go up with the second floor?
Yeah.
So there are studies that are being done literally as you and I are speaking with outside vendor to evaluate what is our best for that station for us to do.
And just as an aside, do you think that the bays are big enough?
Sure. The bays are actually average size. So
Okay.
they're 10-foot doors, they're 10 feet tall, 10 feet wide. What's nice about today is we can custom build our apparatus to fit any location.
Okay.
So our 2 new pumpers will fit either in Station 2, the Woodville station, or Station 1, the headquarters station. The trucks will be interchangeable. The heights are set, and it's a standard height. So everything's being built to fit both stations.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Huh. That's really interesting.
It is really neat, yeah.
Yeah.
And the length of the bay is fine too. There's
Yep.
plenty of room in the bays to get the apparatus. And that's another thing we're doing. We're actually shortening the trucks up. I said to you a little bit ago that we're building apparatus to meet the needs of the community. Anybody that's lived in town or been in town for a long period of time knows that our roads are tight. They're windy. We have a lot of tight, narrow driveways. We have a lot of long driveways. So in previous years, we bought big vehicles, and we're like, wow, why are we doing this? So we're taking a step back, and under Chief Slamman, he was very adamant about, listen, when we build this ladder truck, we have to build it to fit our needs. And myself as the deputy at that point, and the lieutenants, who I'm very proud of for doing what they did, really took a step back and looked at it and said, we have to build this truck to fit the community. So that's why we built the truck. It's shorter. The corners are clipped. It has a short outrigger stance.
Yeah.
The way the ladder is set up, the way the compartments are set up. And it's actually become a model for the company. We've had 6 other departments throughout New England come up and look at the truck going, we want that truck.
That's impressive.
It is very impressive. And in fact, the manufacturer, which is Pierce, is in the process of building a couple demos off of ours to sell as demo vehicles.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
really cool. Does that have any impact on response time or response time on site? Or does it not make a difference between size of the truck?
It does make a difference. Response time is response time. It's very difficult sometimes to get through traffic. We know Hopkinton is getting very busier. Our roads are very busy. Certain, basically 7 in the morning to 9 in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
And then, 3 in the afternoon to 6 in the afternoon congestion. So it's very difficult for us to get anywhere quickly. Our people take their time and work through traffic. Where it will save us some time is having the shorter apparatus with the tighter and shorter turning radiuses is getting into people's driveways, getting onto the property quicker so we can get in and get set up and mitigate it, whether it be with our ambulances or our fire apparatus.
Don't forget, you could catch HCAM's newest program, Hopkinton Weekly, Wednesdays at 7 p.m. For the first time in a couple years, Hopkinton Polyarts returned this past September, and we were there and we caught up with some local organizations who were taking part in the event. A good crowd was on hand at the 46th Hopkinton Polyarts. We caught up with some local organizations taking part in the festivities.
Absolutely. So for the last 27 years, we've been funding innovative grants for all of the schools within the Hopkinton School District. So we raise the funds from local community and corporations and then use them to sponsor ideas that the teachers have for creative ways they can expand the horizons of our school children outside the scope of the normal school funding.
Curriculum, yep.
Terrific. And it must be good to have Polyarts back. And have you gotten a lot of people coming over and asking about the Education Foundation?
Oh yeah, we did get some good traffic actually, and especially it was great to see some of the students that go to the school just stop by and go like, oh, that was a fun project, or this is something we did, which was, and again, sharing it with their friends because it's a unique experience that they're getting out of these schools and in Hopkinton. It's something that's outside of the standard curriculum, and so it's at different levels. There's some projects we fund which are in the technology arena. There are some that develop social skills for physical education, even some things that touch upon like diversity and inclusion. So it's just different projects, and I think it's definitely been fulfilling to be here today and speak to some of the students and their parents.
Great to be out in the community
Yep.
again.
Yes, we used to have.
I was going to say pre-pandemic.
Pre-pandemic,
During the pandemic, we moved mostly to socially distant events for fundraising. Thank a Teacher is one of the biggest events that we do. We do that twice a year, and we get great support from the community out of that event. And we do sponsor a marathon runner every year and have some direct corporate outreach as well. Now that it's post-pandemic, I think we'll be getting back to some of our more in-person events.
Yeah. So we have a website, and there's a lot of information about all the events, the fundraising events, also some of the grants that we've supported over the course of the years. It's www.hopkintoneducationfoundation.org.
Yeah, so we're from Hopkinton HOSA. We're a future health professional club, and what we're doing is we're raising funds to go to our international conference for prospective health students. So we're going to get like guest speaker events, and we're going to attend workshops there and compete in events.
Terrific. And what do we got going on here at the booth?
So we've partnered with Christian Croft for their jams and salsas. We have like apple butter chunky salsa. We have a bunch of other flavors too.
Excellent. And where can people find more information about this organization?
You can find it on hosa.org, or we have some brochures here. Yeah, so 40% of the proceeds are going to Hopkinton HOSA, which we're going to use to go to the international conference in Dallas, where we're going to compete in events and go to like guest speakers and lectures and workshops there.
Hi, my name is Sherry Zhang, and I'm from the Hopkinton Chinese American Association, and we do a lot of Chinese culture promotion and bring the culture to the community. Today we are here to show the Moon Festival. We wanted to today happens to be the Moon Festival, and it is the 8th month of the lunar calendar year. Tonight is the full moon, and this is the festival we celebrate harvest, family reunion, and love. And so we usually celebrate with moon cake, which is this. It's sweet, and this one has the egg yolk, so it's a very fine balance of sweet and saltiness. And we also celebrate with lantern, which is here.
Yeah, the lantern, handmade.
Yeah, handmade lantern with Chinese painting here, like this. So usually we put a candle in there, and it lights up at night. And that's, as a kid, that's what we used to do. Carry the lantern around the village, the streets. That's a form of celebration, and we worship the moon tonight. It's supposed to be the brightest and the largest of the year. So take a look at the moon tonight and see if that's true. So if you would like to know more about our association, please email us at hcaa.hopkintonma@gmail.com, or you can go onto our website, hcaama.org.
Things are going great at Poly Arts, and people are stopping by, and we're trying to have people in Hopkinton know that we exist. We started the emergency fund about a little less than 2 years ago, responding to the need that came both from the town, the senior center project, just because that we have families, individuals in town that have emergency needs that are financial. And PJB and other groups can provide, it's not very glamorous to say, but stuff, furniture, clothes, food, etc. But we have been able to, through fundraising and grants, to help, I can't remember exactly how many families, but with grants to prevent eviction, to help with electric bills, to support a family who is now homeless because they were kind of not evicted, but the landlord is dealing with asbestos, so they have nowhere to live. A woman that needed a car repair to get to services for her dialysis. I mean, it goes on, and I think sometimes we forget that there are people truly in need, and emergencies can happen to anybody.
It's time to tell you about some happenings in town you should know about. On Sunday, October 16th, the Hopkinton Fire Department will be hosting their annual open house from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. at the Main Street Station. So stop by for a visit and enjoy some fun times with your Hopkinton Fire Department. Congratulations to the Hopkinton Hillers varsity golf team. They are this year's 2022 TVL League champions. They finished the regular season undefeated, a perfect record of 14-0 after they took down Medfield this past Tuesday. A big congratulations to the Hiller golf team, and best of luck in the playoffs. Our picture of the week, Hiller football took on Norwood this past Friday night, and it was a great victory for the Hopkinton Hillers. It was a beautiful night for some football, and the Hillers got a big win to improve to 4-1 on the season. Upcoming town government meetings include on Monday, October 17th at 7 p.m. We'll have the planning board live on HCAM. And then on Tuesday, October 18th at 6 p.m., we'll have the select board meeting live on HCAM. To view all upcoming town government meetings, head over to hcam.tv/gov. And for more information about upcoming town government meetings, you can head over to hopkintonma.gov. Believe it or not, we are out of time for this edition of HCAM News, but don't worry, next Wednesday at 6:30 p.m., we'll be back. For everyone at HCAM, I'm Tom Nappy. As always, we thank you for watching. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll talk to you again soon, and stick around. A brand new episode live from the HCAM studios of Hopkinton Weekly is up next.